Hi, this is Jonathan Rosenhead, the Jerusalem psychotherapist. This week's Torah and Psychology post is Parsha Tzav. We're going to continue to take out from the Parsha messages that can give strength and support through this difficult time, that the war with Iran, that we're coming close to. Tomorrow it will be a month since the sirens first started to go off on Shabbos morning. It's been a month of just constant feelings of uncertainty, lack of schedule, fear, tiredness, fatigue, and it's when a person goes through an experience like this over an extended period of time, where they're looking and thinking, when will it end? When will normality? When will we return to a normal state of living again? And people can start to feel, certainly after a month, if not after one day, certainly after a month, just a sense of tiredness, fatigue, depleted, a lack of energy, perhaps feelings of hopelessness, where they really start to question maybe whether they can, how much longer they can continue in this way. People with families, with children, people suddenly living in the center or living in the north of the country with constantly being under attack, with the real threat of missiles coming down, causing damage, unfortunately causing death as well. A person's energy, a person's capacity to hold all these emotions and these struggles, it comes under a huge amount of strain. And we have to ask ourselves, what can we expect from ourselves during this time? How can we continue? What can give us encouragement? And how a person can find strength to be able to continue to the next day. And then the next day, hopefully soon, this war will come to an end. And in this week's Parsha, there's the Korban Mincha, which is in particular, it's a unique offering, a korban that is describes, the person who brings it is the pasuk says nefesh ki yakriv, that the soul that brings this offering. And it's interesting why in particular this offering, this korban of a korban mincha, is referred to as the pasuk as nefesh. Rashi says that this mincha offering is a simple, basic flour offering. It doesn't cost a lot. It's for people who can't afford more expensive korbanos. It's to give the bare minimum, a basic korban with cheap ingredients. And even more so, it's described as how the korban is offered through the kohen by taking a kamitza. A kamitza is taking just a small, with 3 fingers, just a small part of the flour offering. It's the minimum of the minimum, the basic of the basic, that's being offered as a korban. But Rashi says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu relates to this and understands that the person who's struggling, doesn't have a lot of money, can only offer the basic minimum. They are offering everything that they have. They're offering their nefesh. And even that, and then the kamitza, there's a minimal amount that is being taken from that. It's whittling down to the bare minimum of what a person can offer. And the HaKadosh Baruch Hu appreciates that. The HaKadosh Baruch Hu understands and accepts this korban as being someone's giving their entire nefesh, their entire soul. And I think this is an important message for us, for people to understand and to look at the situation in a way to look at it with a certain level ahead, and acceptance, sort of radical acceptance in a way. If we look at it from a therapeutic point of view, radically being able to accept the current reality that we're living in, that we have a minimal amount of energy that we can give, that we're offering whatever we can, but it's so much less than what we're used to. We're functioning on whatever it is, whether it's 10%, 20%, 30% of what our normal capacity, what we're normally able to how we're able to invest and dedicate and give ourselves to different aspects of our life, whether it's our work, whether it's our family. There's been a severe, significant compromise in terms of our functioning, but we're giving everything we have. We're giving our nefesh. A person is giving everything that they can. And this is, even if it's the minimum at the moment, it's the maximum that can be expected of us in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If it's enough HaKadosh Baruch Hu in terms of the korban mincha, so too now we can say in this situation, if this is what we can provide, and if this is what we can give in our lives at the moment, the bare minimum, that is enough. And it gives us a certain level of acceptance, to be compassionate towards ourselves, and to understand that we are giving our nefesh, and that is enough. And that is what we should expect from ourselves. So hopefully this should give some support, some strength, and we should see a Yeshua very soon. Have a good Shabbos and keep well.